Ya parada, como que se me olvidan las cosas muy simples. Se está notando que estoy haciendo parada. Imagínate. Ahora ya preparada para mi discurso, segundo discurso. Ya tengo mis 4 sitios, a ver si no se me olvida, porque cuando está ya parada, como que se me olvidan las cosas muy simples, hasta las cosas que no me había equivocado. Imagínate mis 4 sites, o sea, mis 4 fuentes que tengo que decir de dónde saqué la información. Solo 4, nos permite solo 4. Tenías la opción de sacar un video de YouTube o hacer tu propio video para enseñar la presentación, y yo hice mi propio video porque obviamente pues también estoy haciendo videos, obviamente.
Aquí estaba repasando y comiéndome loncha a la misma vez.
That sleep is very important, but do you know what affects sleep? Sleep deprivation has many problems, causes, and solutions. As someone who did the research for this speech, I am qualified to talk to you about the impacts of sleep deprivation. By learning the importance of sleep deprivation, will make you more aware of what can lead to not sleeping the hours that you deserve. Today we will focus on the problems that's lack of sleep, the causes of why we can't sleep, and the solutions that how we can change it. Today we'll continue to look into the problems of sleep deprivation. According to the 2017 book, The Science of Sleep by Wallace B. Mendelsohn, mentions that the acute sleep loss decreases the ability to store new material into long-term memory. Also, 24 hours of sleep deprivation increases the diastolic blood pressure due to the changes on the autonomic nervous system. A person who has been deprived of sleep for 2 nights, it has been found that they have an impaired ability to make decisions. One function that is part of sleeping is in the brain, but the cerebrospinal fluid cleans out the waste products and through a modified lymphatic system known as the lymphatic system, and has been found that inadequate amounts of sleep, it results in chronic deficient ability for the nervous system to not be able to remove all of the toxic materials, and can later lead to Alzheimer's disease. So I made this whole reading. Let's see.
I think that's your problem. So just resume.
It says about the lymphatic system. So it has to do with cerebrospinal fluid, that its first starts in the ventricles, are first produced in the choroid plexus, and then it goes around the ventricles, and it goes down. Some of it goes down to the spinal cord, and the rest can go down. The rest goes up to the arachnoid space, and goes into the neural tissue, and that helps the fluid picks up the waste. Whenever it does not pick the waste, it's usually because we're not sleeping well, or we're not sleeping the hours that we need to sleep. So especially because the lymphatic system is much more active during sleep. So if the wastes are just there, it will damage the neurons.
And we do not want that waste to later develop that disease. Now that we went over the problems, let's go over to the causes of sleep deprivation. According to a 2006 book, Sleep Disorders and Sleep Deprivations by the Institute of Medicine of National Academics, they state that, well, these are some of the reasons that are injuries at work, sleep disorders, and falls in older people, that because of the trauma and injury. In 2020 article, the Indian Journal of Health and Well-Being mentioned on how mentioned there's an impact on students or academics or performance in their, especially on their GPA. Students who slept over 9 hours, they had a higher GPA versus the students who slept under 6 hours had a lower GPA, and we're talking about 3.27 versus a 2.72. And also depression is a factor because of the academic stress. Now that we went over the causes, let's go over to the solutions. According to Cleveland Clinic, last updated August 11, 2022, tell us how we can improve is to limit time around bright lights, to avoid using electronics before going to bed, and avoid drinking alcohol and large meals too close to bedtime. Instead, you can just eat a light snack if you're hungry. Also, physical activity can help to help you fall asleep faster. You can just jog or just take a walk. For adults, they can sleep for 7 to 8 hours. It's recommended for you to sleep the hours that it's recommended. If it does not help, well, then you should see your medical provider. Today we just learned the problems, causes, and solutions of sleep deprivation. So you can choose not to change your sleep routine or to improve it and get the hours that you deserve in order to achieve your goals and be healthy. Thank you.
Otra vez, pero la otra vez era de menos puntos. La otra vez era de 100. Como saqué de 90 de 100. Y hoy saqué, hoy desde más puntos de 1. Ya está lloviendo. Y luego que no se podía. Eso es como un problema muy común de la computadora. Casi todos como que no se nos escucha primero el video. Entonces estamos como, como allá. No sé por qué, pero como que estándole así, como que te da ganas de comenzar y así, pero no, el profesor no quiere eso. O sea, literal quita puntos por estarte moviendo. Tienes que estar así en modo tiesa. Literal. Ay, no sé. Por eso es como un poco distinto. Era mi discurso de persuadir y fue un 10 superior en persuadir. Sí, fue un 10. Y ya 6 con 17, 6 minutos, porque así esa era la hora que tenía que hacer. No sé, cuando estaba repasando, yo estaba sacando como 9 minutos, 10, no sé. Ok. Y a 115 de 120. Me cambié. Aunque sí estaba preparada, no es que de repente como los nervios, se me olvidaban cosas tan simples, pero ya, y luego como miraba, y luego porque estaba en la esquina, estaba ya más así, entonces podía ver más a la clase y podía ver al profesor, estaba como, y así él anotando y yo, se está anotando que estoy haciendo mal, imagínate. Y sí, literal, porque la otra vez estaba más como en medio, o sea, nada más como miraba así, pero no miraba al profesor, pero ahorita ya estaba más como bien y miraba al profesor como... Y viendo, es que el folder que le había entregado la otra vez, que le entregué esto, que como este fue parte, fue el 2020. Ay, no, ok. Bye, nos vemos en un próximo video.